Coach Vance Newgard, Senior International Weightlifting Coach and Professor of Sport and Exercise Science. Deficit lifts might be beneficial if done correctly. The reason often given is that they create more time under tension. That probably doesn't actually matter and might not even make any sense. With no deficit, you are going to use heavier weight and or increase repetitions, so you will have plenty of time under tension. If you use a deficit, you are going to be lifting less weight, but a longer distance, giving you what? Very similar time under tension. Let's explore the actual benefits and how to choose the height correctly, because that is what's most important. The reason deficit lifts may be beneficial is because they start the muscles of the glutes and quads at longer muscle lengths, which puts them at the end of the length-tension relationship. They get more passive tension at the beginning of the movement, which may enhance starting strength. You can see this is about a 3-inch deficit, so a little bit higher than mine, and she starts in a good position. So her shoulders are over the bar. Her shin angle is still vertical enough that she can get the knees back and the bar close to the body. If you have shorter legs and a longer torso, it's going to be a little bit more difficult getting into a good position. Your shin angle is going to be too far forward, which is going to force the hips back to get your knees out of the way of the bar, and it's going to put you actually further over the bar where you're not supposed to be. And it's going to be more difficult to keep your back flat and your chest rising at the same rate as your hips. The same thing's kind of happening here to Lou. You can actually see the bar actually rolls and moves forward before he pulls it back, and that's because of the shin angle from the deficit being higher. Now, he's a high-level athlete, world record holder. His technique is fixed. This is not going to really affect him. He's just trying to get stronger, but when you have a novice or a beginner, you don't want to be developing certain types of motor patterns like this. So if you start with a high deficit, you might have to bring your hips down farther than you want to, and then you're kind of behind the bar, and you're essentially squatting the weight instead of actually pulling it. And I'm not sure how much of a benefit that actually is to translate into your actual pull. So here's Summer. She has a little bit longer arms, so a higher deficit allows her to still be in a very good position. You can see the hips are rising a little bit faster than they should be. So your choice is, well, we could probably just lower the weight a little bit, or the other possibility is to lower the deficit. So with each athlete, you want to be looking at their body type, how advanced they are. We shouldn't just be doing exercises that are more challenging. Otherwise, it's just becoming a circus act of some sort. So starting at a lower deficit and keeping things 1 to 3 inches is usually the best strategy.